Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the what is the definition of the program and how to do the small programs in the Python using Spider. Program is a sequence of instructions that will specify some computation that we can call as a program. Program uh, will consist of mathematical expressions. That means it will perform some mathematical computations or solving some equations or to find the roots of a polynomial equation or some symbolic computation, searching an element or replacing the text in a document or doing some graphical representation like that image processing or playing a video or processing of video. These are all the examples for a program. Okay, program is a sequence of instructions that specifies how to make a computation. Every programming language, that is, every program will specify the some of the constraints that will contain some basic instructions. That is input, output, mathematical computations, conditional execution, and repetition. Okay, what is meant by input? Input means getting a data to the computer. This is possible with the keyboard or getting the data from the keyboard or from a file or by using some other network device or some other devices. By using this, we can get the input to our program. And what is meant by output? Output is to display something what we performed on the processing, that is in program what we performed on that one. Okay, it may be displaying the output to the screen, it may be displaying the output to the screen, or it may be to transfer a data through the network, or it may be store the data in the network or some other issue. Okay, the next information is mathematical computations, which will performs the mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, whatever the mathematical computations we are performing, that is under to be the math. Okay, next conditional execution. Here in the conditional, the statements which includes the if switch like that conditions. These conditional statements will check will check the some conditions, certain conditions, and run the appropriate code. That means if the condition is true, it will execute the true block. If the condition is false, just it will goes with the else block. Okay, like that we are going to include the conditional execution statement, conditional statement where we can solve the complex problems. And the further complex problems are to be solved with the repetition. Repetition means executing set of instructions repeatedly under the some condition. Okay, based upon some condition, the set of instructions are to be repeatedly executed. That we can call as a repetition. For the repetition, so many of statements are there while for repeat until that, so many of conditions are there. Okay, we can make that we can execute the programs. Now we will move to the next concept, errors. Errors means something wrong in the program, that we can call as a errors. There are two types of errors, that is syntax errors and semantic errors, and we are also consider the runtime errors also. Okay, syntax errors means every programming language will have some constraints, some syntax constraints. For example, if we are going to write the instructions incorrectly, that means if there is any semicolon missing, colon missing, okay, that we can call as a syntax errors. Okay, for example, here print of 5. That means here the spelling of that print is not correct. This type of errors we can call as a syntax errors. And semantic errors, what the syntax errors is not there. If the syntax errors is not there, that means we wrote the program correctly, but the output what we seen is not expected to our assumption. Okay, that we can call as a semantic errors. That is some type of semantic errors are there. That is, for example, incorrect if statement. Okay, incorrect placing of if true block and false block. That type of errors we can call as a semantic errors. Such type of errors is somewhat typical to identify. That is, it is hard to identify and fix it. Okay, runtime errors. The runtime errors are occurs while the program is in running. While executing the program, we are going to get some type of errors. That is divides by zero. If there is any expression are there, the denominator, if the denominator value will becomes the zero, then that value is unpredictable. That is in normal terms that is to be the infinity, but it is infinity is not possible to specify with the computer. So such type of errors we can call as a runtime errors. And one more type of errors are runtime error is to be the array bound. That means if you defined one array with certain size, if you are going to use beyond that size, okay, that errors we can also called as a runtime errors. Okay, and next debugging. Debugging means correcting the errors is called debugging. That is finding and correcting the errors is called a debugging. Debugging is plays a vital role in the software development stages. The next concept is languages. In the real world, there are two types of languages, that is natural languages and formal languages. Okay, natural languages are to be the languages which is not generated, which is not designed, which is not made by any of the person. This is evolved generally. That languages we can call as a natural languages. That natural languages such as Telugu, English, Kannada, Hindi, Spanish, French, these are all the languages. This is not designed by the people. This is evolved naturally day by day. Okay, that languages we can call as a natural languages. And formal languages. These languages are to be designed for a specific application. For example, if you use the mathematical notation for formal languages, that is particularly good at denoting the relationship among the numbers and symbols. And the C language and Python, these languages are to be designed by the users, which is to be useful for a specific purpose. And chemistry language, that is some notations we are going to use. Syntactically, we are going to specify the notations of the chemistry formulas. These are all designed by the humans.